Hello and welcome to Star Trek Lost Voyages. I am the GM Tim. I'm your game master tonight. And with me tonight is our crew, after Stefan made a smart-ass joke. So we'll start with him, playing Lieutenant Skwxwu. Stefan, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
How are you tonight?
Sassy.
Apparently, yeah. We'll go up the ranks. So up to Lieutenant Commander Gurkhan, played by Gopal. Hi, Gopal. How are you tonight?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Gonna hopefully get my name out properly.
Right.
I say it.
Jeez, sorry. I Gurkhan, right? I said it right.
Gurkhan. No, you said Gopal Gurkhan.
Did I really?
I don't know.
All flows real well.
All flows.
Yeah, they both start with a G. Same thing.
Jesus.
Stefan
and Sofek, yeah. All right.
Yeah, see?
Sassy, up the ranks.
Math checks out.
Next is our Chief of Security, Lieutenant, or no, you got promoted. Commander Yazikov.
Привет.
Played by Leah. Hello.
Hey.
How are you tonight?
I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. And our fearless captain, Captain Zanny, played by Sam. Hello, sir.
Hi, how y'all doing?
Apparently really sassy.
Yes, Leah was the only one who gave you a polite introduction. I
I
feel
know,
like I
right?
need to say something.
Yeah, I know. Jeez, it's like weird and stuff.
Everybody
All
else
right.
is on your case already.
So we'll kick off right off the bat, if you wouldn't mind, Captain.
Captain's log. The Haida is en route to an unmapped area of the Shackleton Expanse. The Khajiit sector is higher in neutrino emissions than others found so far. However, it seems Starfleet Intelligence may have other plans for my crew.
And as the camera kind of pans into the Haida, it flips around to the bottom side and it goes around the bridge because the bridge is on the dorsal part of the dorsal, but the bottom of the saucer, and it goes in and you're all
Port starboard to the left.
That would be ventral.
Ventral, thank you. On the ventral part of the saucer section. And it zooms in. You're in the conference room, and Yazikov is currently running the meeting.
Right. 7 hours ago, Starfleet Intelligence received message of duress from listening post 176 along the Federation Romulan neutral zone. We know that the duress sign is a sign of something that is amiss. However, there is no Starfleet Intelligence has no further information. We have to find an alternate way to the listening post to decipher the code without tipping off who or whatever is causing the code. Unfortunately, this means that using the Haida or a runabout is not an option. We've come here today to try to determine how we are to do this. I've assembled the most subtle of our Starfleet crew to come up with a game plan.
Beagle's actually running the bridge right now. He's pouting because he's not allowed to be here because he's not subtle at all.
No, he is not.
I mean, none of us are subtle, really.
I was going to say, Commander, is this team in the other briefing room?
No, I did what I could with what I had.
Oh my god.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
I just look over.
I believe, as they say, Captain, sick burn.
All
You
right.
gotta stop watching those 20th century hollow novels.
I do what I want.
So the science officer and our engineer, you both have some information on the listening post. And just so you all have a heads up, a sign of duress is, so the regular reports came in from this station, the listening post. And so it would have been all normal, except there was a message of duress kind of tucked in secretly underneath all the regular chatter. And it's a coded message. It's a way to so if you had something wrong with the ship and you were trying to subtly let somebody know without sending out a proper distress call, this might be a way to do it. So the listening posts do this as a way to hey, something's up and we don't want them to know that we know something's up.
And we can't fly. Basically, we can't fly one of our main ships in.
Well, you can, but if you do, they're gonna know that they know something is up. So you might look at it like a Starfleet Intelligence op, and less of a full-on frontal assault op. Does that help?
What do we got in the cargo bay? Any random shuttles? Non-Starfleet issue?
Not
No.
in this ship, Captain. This is the new ship.
Yep, no Neelix here.
So I'm going to be pointing out what I know about the listening post.
All
So,
right.
the listening post has no shuttles or runabouts of its own, but it does have a a transporter, and a very light shield. Any sort of attack on it would be a very serious threat to it. But since it does have a transporter, we might be able to do some sort of site-to-site transport, Captain. I'm going to look into that.
What's the maximum range of our transporters? Are we going to do one of those?
40,000
range of-
kilometers, no.
The range of plot.
The range of plot.
Yeah.
We're going to transport there from the Klingon sector.
Yeah.
Watch this.
2/3 of us might not make it, and 2 of us will be
Onto
fused.
us.
But
And I want it done onto a ship at warp.
Oh my god, so feckin' Gurkhan fused together.
No.
Sofan.
That's like hitting a bullet blindfolded backwards while riding a horse.
Can't say the other one.
The character's name is Gerfek.
Thank you, Gurkon. Sofik, do you have any information for us?
Yes, the listening post is in a loose orbit around a type D6V star. Computer automates most of the station operations, however, it is listed as having a crew of 6.
One of those crew, Yezikov, you happen to know from your old Starfleet days, Lieutenant Commander Stevens, and they are very knowledgeable in cloaking devices, to the point where they have like more skills than most Federation citizens. Very possible that they were, to put it into like actually modern terms, they would have been part of the crew that helped install the Romulan cloaking device into the Defiant.
To be clear on another note, we've received note from Starfleet Intelligence, but not the listening post itself.
Correct. Yeah. So you guys are the closest ship, which is why you've been flagged. And it's been done like as quietly as possible. So it came in through lines to Yezikov's station, like through like just security channels. So it's done all kind of like under the wire. They don't want anyone to know is what they're going for.
All right. So everybody be clear that
they're hoping that you can get the drop on whoever it is, and to try and stop it, or to try and find out who's doing this, so that you can maybe like stop it from happening in the future.
So everybody be clear. We can't let them know that we know that they know that we might know that intelligence gave us the roundabout, so we know.
Yeah,
all right?
exactly.
Everybody got that?
Whoa.
Put
sir.
simply,
It
we
is
cannot
place.
approach in a Federation starship.
Correct.
Could we modify one of our shuttles to emit signals and the signature of a different vessel?
And Kirkon, how could we change the hull plating to make it look, I don't know, more like, say, an Orion ship?
Theoretically, all it would take is replicating the plates and whatever material we want and welding them on, Captain. I could always...
Yezikov, you do happen to know an Orion ship.
You still speaking?
It's complicated.
Yeah.
Yes, we talk sometimes. Yes. Is it? I suppose she can be trusted.
You're
Or to
so
save the commander
awkward.
embarrassment, are there any other vessels within range that we could commandeer / request assistance
Yes,
from?
please. Yes. Anything else?
Amazing.
Theoretically, we could pay some Ferengis.
I mean, so if you could, I like the idea of modding the shuttles. You could probably do that. You could probably mod one of the shuttles to
like that
a different
idea.
warp signature, and you could probably throw a couple like it wouldn't take super long to remove the logos, like the fleet logos, and you could just trick it out as like a old cop car. When they get rid of them, they still look kind of like a cop car, but it's old and
Still a Crown Vic, but you're not too sure.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Still slow down a bit.
he's still slow down a bit. Yeah, so it would have probably that effect if anyone saw it, if you got rid of enough and modded it up a bit. You kit mash your shuttle.
It batched it, yeah. I like it. Let's do it.
I suppose I could request like plans of Orion ship from. What do you change her name to? It was too close to mine.
I don't remember.
It was Vaya.
I thought we
Oh,
left
she's
it.
your
I
girlfriend.
thought it was still Vaya, yeah.
You pick the name.
This fine, we'll just buy. Yeah, I could request blueprints from Vaya, I suppose. So for authenticity.
Yeah.
Sure. How long do you think it'll take to mod?
How about Nirta?
Near to nothing.
You.
Stop it.
All right, I'm done.
I would say
Just a
24 hours
glare.
maximum, Captain, because we have to replicate all the parts as well.
Then get on it and put some red paint on it. I heard it goes faster.
Yes, sir. And then I also lean over to Yasikov as I'm leaving, and I'm like, "You do realize I was once an engineer for the Klingon Star Empire. I know Orion ships.
Yes, of course.
My family builds ships.
The-
Yes.
of
You don't
course,
have to talk
yes.
to her, but I understand if you want to communicate with her, it is more than fine to get any extra.
This seems like it's into personal business. Zanny out.
And like,
As Sophie
Yes,
leaves,
guys,
That's as we're
check
walking out of the
out.
hallway. I say that.
I
As we're
love that
walking
you're
out of
saying
the-
it to try and help. Like,
Like you can contact her if you like. It will be fine, but it's not necessary, Commander.
So
Yeah,
Feck and I
I
are
like-
talking about Orion ship modulations as we just leave.
Yasukov's
Anyways.
like, for those who haven't been watching, Yasukov's like 6'7", with like a shop blonde, like, and she's just bright red at this point, and like staring at the carpet as she walks past.
Also note that
nice.
Gurkhan is short for a Klingon. He's like 5'7", so he's a foot shorter than Yasikov.
And Yazikov was seeing an Orion captain named Nirta.
Off and on.
Off and on. It's been a
Whenever the
rocky.
plot dictates.
It's been
apparently.
when the plot dictates, it sort of seems to pop up. All right.
For some reason through the corridor you hear, on far. What?
Jesus, no.
We can't
Okay.
start that again. We're public now.
Yeah, right. Okay, so
Yeah, that'll stop us.
okay. So you've got your plan. What is everyone doing to enact? How are you enacting this plan?
I'm going to look up the warp core signatures of Orion ships from the Starfleet database
Awesome.
and start to modify the shuttle's basically output signature.
Okay, I love it. And Gurkhan?
Gurkhan's going to grab Galek and just start replicating and welding on the parts to change the outline from a distance,
Mm-hmm.
but not necessarily like completely change it, but just give it the appearance of I'm going to say somewhere between Orion and Malon, something weird, like it was just parts put together, like something that a trader would have, where he's just scavenging parts from wherever he can.
Okay, I'm down.
And then make sure that the engines run a little dirty as well.
Yeah, basically just have to make sure when they look out a window, they're not sus.
Yeah, I get it. I'm down.
So this is
Yazikov?
going to end up being one of our big ones. This is going to be our runabout because we have to stay far away from this ship, right?
It would be
You
good
won't,
to
you
use
won't
a
be you won't be anywhere near this ship.
Yeah, so it's going to be it's not going to be like a D7 shuttle. It's going to be a full-blown Danube that we're going to modify.
Actually, I'm gonna downgrade it a little bit. It won't be able to be a Danube. You're gonna have to do it with because the Danubes are so very specifically Starfleet at the moment.
Okay, well-
Not even the Maquis have those, right? So you could knock it down to like a Type 8 shuttle. They can go warp. I think they can go warp 5 or 6, or even a
They have a
Type 10
transporter
shuttle.
pad?
They
Or
have
was it
warp
just
3.
the Danube?
Some of the
They have
shuttles
a-
have
Some of the
transport
shuttles
pods.
have transporters.
They all have emergency transporters at least.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're gonna make sure you've got a shuttle that has a transport at least to get in or out at least once, and you've got a plot capable warp speed.
That's the best kind of warp.
I mean, it really is. It's how fast all the ships in Battlestar Galactica went.
That's true.
Okay. Yazikov, what are you doing to help? What are you doing to assist or to order or command, etc., etc.?
I'm going to pull reports from the listening station.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what they were doing there. I want to know what they have been doing there for like the last 6 months. I'm going to pull any Romulan contact reports from around the area
Right. Yeah.
to see if there have been like Romulan contacts in the area. What happened? I'm pulling all this data. I'm trying to find using my like tactical knowledge, like a pattern.
Okay.
And then I'm going to assemble a team to go on, or like start pulling records of Starfleet people to put on this shuttle.
Like your crew.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Crew is the word I was looking for.
I figured it's all good. Okay, sounds good. So and then Zanny, what are you doing? What is the plan for you?
Zanny's, well, this is going to be Yeskov's operation, so Zanny's, going about ship business. He's got other issues around the Haida to track, so he knows they've got an order. He's already signed off on it. It's secret within the crew, so he's not going to tell anybody else. He's going to act like everything else is normal. But he does order the doctor to report to Yesikov. That's Dr. Neela. Thinks they might need her help. So he's going to make up some sort of basically excuse why they're leaving for a certain amount of time. I don't know, doctor's conference or something.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, so he's just going to log it and be like, and I'm going to go over the bridge, put long-range sensors on that nebula. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. All right.
Just mark it down as team building exercise.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so can I have each of you make your rolls? Let's do Skwxwu first.
Okay, what was I doing?
You were searching some Orion ships that you could grab their warp signature and
warp signatures,
remap it over top of the Payette or the shuttles.
Tim?
Yes.
Determination.
Oh yeah. So determination is keep it quiet and you didn't see me here.
Keep it quiet.
Yeah.
We're gonna sneak. I got a 4.
Yeah.
Like any D&D group with the dwarf and heavy male. We gotta sneak.
Yeah.
Sneak.
Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
Gun,
Yeah.
gun.
All right.
So what am I rolling? What attributes and discipline do you want from me?
I want from you, please. Well, so it's going to be a computers because I'm doing that. So let's go a reason and science.
All right.
Yeah, a reason and science to find the information you need.
Okay. Science.
All right.
Good start.
Two
Unlike last time.
successes.
2 successes, right?
Pretty sure. Hold on. Let me remember what my talents are, because I know
Just to
one
say-
of them is study.
Just say already you've rolled better than you did last week. Last week you'd already blown out like a shield emitter.
All right, we don't need to go about 2 weeks ago, Sam. Get it correct.
Last game.
Last game. Computer expertise. Where is that? Somewhere. I know my stuff. I don't forget stuff after. Ooh, I may add a bonus D20 to the roll.
Cool. Do it.
So I got 3 successes.
All right. So I'm going to give you a momentum. You're able to find one of the ships. You can find an Orion freighter. And actually, I can even do one better to you if you wish. Yesikov, you were doing a search for what the station was looking for.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, just like what they're doing. And...
Yep. So why don't you give me your roll now, and it'll help dictate what Stefan found.
Okay. What would you like me to do?
So it's going to be the same thing, but this time it's going to be reason and security because you're actually going through security files.
I really need to put more into reason. Cool.
I mean, there is a momentum in the... Oh, no, there's not yet.
Hey!
There you go.
All right. Nice. Okay. So, Yesikov, you're able to find out... So, I'll tell you one thing, then I'll go back to Stefan, and then I'll come back to... Skwxwu, and then I'll come back to you. So, Yesikov, you're able to find out that there is a Boolean shuttle... a Boolean freighter that is meant to be coming to the station fairly quickly. fairly soon. So it is feasible that you could either use the shuttle to get onto the Bullion freighter and then use that to get to where you need to go, or you could try and copy that that info and just pretend to be the freighter.
Gotcha.
Sofek. So you've got the freighter option, or you've got an Orion ship option.
I mean, considering that Orions are generally in questionable behavior, is it a possibility that it is Orions who have taken the listening post? In which case, do we want to show up in one of their vessels and they go, "Hey, you are not supposed to be here,"
True.
or "Why are you here?"
Yeah, that's
Whereas
fair.
We could simply act as a bullion vessel in
Which
possibly
is scheduled to
fake
show
distress. Just show up a day early and say, "Hey, well, we can say we got good dilithium."
up. I mean, you could
Yeah.
time it too, or like you got an engineer who's pretty amazing.
Knock out the warp engines, fill it full of knockout gas. Whoops.
Have the Haida conduct a surprise inspection of it.
So which
Oh,
which would you like to use?
Well, since the entire mission depends on this, I'm going to.
I will give you the
Report-
option. You can wait and confer once you all have information too.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that as opposed to Sofek. I don't think Sofek would go, "No, I'm going to change the plan
Okay.
from what the briefing was. I'll run by the options to my senior officers."
All
on
right.
this."
So Varya, some of the other information you find out. The listening post is basically constantly checking the neutral zone. It's a monitoring station. Starship movements, communications, stellar phenomenon, anything else that might be interesting. It's everything from like that star went supernova to I think I saw a blip that might be a cloaked ship. And it's completely unremarkable. The only thing about this station that's different from many of the other listening posts along the neutral zone is that the science officer that you know and the computer specialist have casual interest in the cloaking technology. So the one science officer you know helped do the Defiance cloaking device, which is pretty hush hush. Like, you know that because you're a Starfleet security and you're high level. Most people wouldn't know that. The captain would, but probably Sofek and Gurkhan wouldn't know it.
Okay.
That the Defiant has one, right? Like, that's a pretty closely kept secret. And then yeah, that's it. Like, so that's the sort of possibility there. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go find Gurkhan.
Okay, Gurkhan. While you're looking, can I get your roll, please?
Yeah. I'm assuming reason and engineering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm going to be basically starting to mask the ship a little bit, mainly from the engines right now, because I don't want them to be able to track us and immediately from 40,000 light years be like, Federation impulse signature.
Okay.
Right. So I'm going to mask it, and I'm going to use a momentum on this,
Okay.
if you crew do not mind. Three successes.
Nice. All right. So yeah, if you're going to decide to mask, you can. If you're going to decide to upgrade, you can. The information that Sofek got is strong. So it won't be hard to recalibrate everything. It will take a few hours. The Haida could do like an edge run closer to the neutral zone, The sector that you're about to explore is fairly close to the neutral zone in the Shackleton Expanse. But you could do kind of like the edge run to drop it off to lessen the time the shuttle has to go. But you could alternately go the opposite direction, meet up with the freighter that is meant to be there. You also, with 3 successes, let's say that you got enough information that you could probably finagle the Bolian freighter engines to go faster, so you could be there a little bit early to throw things off a bit if you wanted to.
Yeah, so basically we could outrun the Bolians. Beat the Bolians to the station, or make the Bolians faster.
You can make the Bolian ship faster.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The doctor meets up with Yezikov.
Commander? What's supposed to talk to you?
Doctor's a Bajoran, for those of you who are watching Barbarian Doctor.
Yeah, named Neela.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we just like in the hallway, I guess?
Could be, yeah.
Or on the bridge or wherever.
Or it could be at wherever you're in your security
Sure, yeah.
office.
Okay, let's hope we'll be in the security office. Hello, Doctor. Yes, I am putting together an away team for a sensitive subject.
Oh, good. I get to leave the ship again. Okay. Yes,
Yes.
I'm in.
We figured you don't have much to do here, so why not come with us? Huh?
Sounds fun. Let's do it.
Working on humor. I read that it's best for
A good bedside
leadership.
manner is important. Yes.
We are infiltrating listening post. We have received a message of duress, and we will require you just for your expertise and for your bedside manner as well.
Well, if you get shot again, I'm here to help.
I always appreciate it. Yes.
You do heal rather quickly, I will say.
It's Russian blood.
Russian blood mixed with Starfleet. Invincible. Invincible.
Is there anything I should know about the station? Any pathogens? Who are we contacting?
He's on Federation Romulan border,
Okay.
and there is a science officer I know from my security days who specializes in cloaking devices. Probably not useful for you, but I was on my way to inform both Sophia and Gurkon as well.
Well, I guess if I'm going on this mission, I should be involved in everything, so I guess I'll come with you. I left my best aide in charge, and he's fighting with the hologram at the moment. Why did we even install those things?
On Gurkon's or Gopal's request, the scene snaps down to the sick bay, and there's a Cation in a Starfleet uniform arguing with the doctor, the EMH Mark 1. And the Cation flips between just yelling at the doctor, and then the doctor will say something somewhat soothing, and the Cation will decide, okay, I like you again, and then the Cation will switch to another angry, because cats do that all the time, and Gopal decided that Cations are like that, back and forth.
Knocking things off of the,
the
counter.
Yeah, just looks right at the doctor and taps, pushes right off. Yeah. Test tubes. All right. Back to Sofak. So let's bring you all together. So I think the 4 of you are probably a decent team. It's small enough to get in, and fast enough to get out, unless Gopal, you'd rather bring Luther instead of Gurkon, or Sofak, you'd rather bring somebody else. But I think having a split of the parties is probably like really good here.
Yeah, there's no reason to bring Luther right now, because there might be need for an engineer, and we're not bringing a Danube, so we don't have the space.
Yep.
So like 5 is the maximum we can bring, and Vari has enough security for what we need.
Quite, yeah. As you put your mek'leth on your belt.
And obviously, if Gurkhan's going, I don't need Gulak.
I always have my boot Macleth.
I also am the only one not wearing a Starfleet uniform right now to go undercover, correct, Commander?
Yes.
At this point, I'm using the medical tricorder on Gurkhan.
Yep.
So, you know, I'm doing this.
There's at least one broken thumb from punching a computer console.
Well, he hasn't done his medical checkup since he got shot out of that Cardassian ship, so I'm here. Might as well do it.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Is there a replicator nearby?
Yeah,
yeah. You
Okay.
could. So, what is your bullion freighter outfits look like?
I'm gonna go for the full con look with the exposed chest.
You start quoting Shakespeare, I'm gonna lose it. Oh, wait, that wasn't con.
That's
That was
Chang.
okay.
I'm going con.
Yeah, whoops.
I'm going
Sorry, Starfleet.
either Federation or
It's all
Empire.
good.
But I'm gonna make sure I have like the full on like. But I want it to be creaky, brand new leather because it's never been broken in because it's just replicated.
Right, yeah.
So it's like God, what was his name? The general
Just
that
like
got.
stiff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And because he's quite short, he's staring up at you like this, so you can see clear down the chest.
Well,
Giving
you're revealing,
Jessica
no?
cleavage.
Sofek is always standing away from Gurkhan.
Oh, he
Behind.
smells like new leather, so
Yeah, so Gurkhan totally believed that this is how human mercenaries look. This is his only experience with human mercenaries, because Klingon mercenaries is more like plate mail almost, right? He's like, you guys do not believe in battle. You believe that you can talk your way out of combat. So
Sofek,
I
what
chose a
about you?
charismatic look.
Yeah, we're doing the bullion freighter route, and I'm just gonna be in like one of those generic neutral color brown/gray jumpsuits
Yeah, the always
every-
onesies.
that always the onesies that are
Yeah.
basically like a car mechanic
Yeah.
get up.
That always have
basically.
a jacket. Have you noticed? It's always a onesie with a jacket. Like, I could kind of get into Star Trek if it was always a onesie and a jacket. You just switch out the jacket, get something new. Everything goes with beige. You're good.
you're basically wearing a romper with a coat.
Yeah. I'm totally cosplaying this. All right. And Yezikov? What's your look?
So I love Star Trek, but Star Wars has never been my kind of jam. So forgive me, I forget the guy's name. Who's Han Solo's friend?
Lando?
Chewbacca?
Lando?
Lando. So you got the
Oh
kind
my
of like
God, are you
side, the
full
like
Lando,
shoulder cape.
Like, shoulder cape? Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah. In like earth tones though, and
Of
baby
course,
blue
browns, yeah.
Thing. Yeah.
And the doctor? What's the doctor dress?
Doctor's dressed as Han Solo
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. All right, so you guys step
I had
out
a
of
whole
the.
different vision in mind.
Yeah.
But no,
So
That-
this is we're fast
she's
forwarding.
sorry, I think she's wearing UGG boots instead.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Perfect.
we're gonna fast forward a little bit. Like, so it's gonna be you guys walking out of the conference room and into the transport room, and it's just like slow motion, like Jet Li directed this film, and it's gonna have like Reservoir Dog style music playing in the background, right? Like, oh, this is ridiculous. Okay, and all
It's already
right.
starting like it's Pacific Rim.
All right. Oh man. So you're in the conference room. You're updating each other. What's the plan going to be to get onto the ship? We're running out. We've got less time now. We got to get launched soon.
That would be Yesikov's job. I just made our ship look like it could catch up.
Yeah, we're going to pretend we're the bullion ship.
You're gonna pretend you're the bullion ship. You're not actually going to infiltrate the bullion ship.
Is it here?
You could meet up with it, no problem.
Okay. Yeah, let's infiltrate the bullion ship.
Okay. All right.
A lot of good work, Gurkhan, for nothing.
No. Because I told Gurkhan his role could be transferred to the bullion ship to make the bullion ship more efficient.
Yeah, so at that point, I would have been scanning the records of the bullion ship to see what type of ship it was,
Yeah.
what type of modifications I could make to it. I'm like, if the Romulans arrive in a Dare decks, I want to be ready to run, sir.
Yeah, it was a class 17A freighter. They've got pretty good warp engines. It's a newer ship. It's a newer ship in the Merchant Marines, and you're going to be able to like pump up that speed if you need. As far as like armament goes, though, like minimal. You got shields that could probably withstand a couple hits, but if you went up against anything bigger than like a bird of prey, like a small one, the Bavette, the tiny ones.
I mean, if we're doing that, the mission's probably a scrub.
That's what I mean. But like that, yeah. So, okay.
So how are we going to infiltrate the bullion freighter? They'll most likely realize there's 4 extra crew.
So at this point, Starfleet Intelligence could easily work that in. Like they could get in touch with the bullions and
captain.
Yeah.
We will rely on Starfleet Intelligence to mask our arrival, and we should be able to keep a low profile. And I give like Gurkhan a side eye until we are able to get to the listening station.
Gurkhan looks at the table, looks at his chest, and he's like, "Shall I wear a jacket like the rest of you?"
We also don't know. You may be low temperature in bullion ship, more comfortable with jackets and lower profile.
Agreed. I can fit more disruptors.
Does he put a jacket
More
on over top of the open? Yeah, more disruptors.
Yeah.
No,
Really
like
make
a
sure that-
cloak.
But
Like
his
a
jacket,
cape cloak.
yeah, he's not going to close the jacket at any point. He's
Okay.
gonna keep it
Of course
open.
not.
Yeah, no. Why?
Come
No.
along, Chewbacca.
Yeah.
I mean, my like nose starts bleeding.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're crossing the stream something fierce today. Holy cow!
Yeah, because I don't know if I wouldn't be wearing my sash, would I? But if I did, I'd be really Chewbacca.
Does that make Sofak Princess
We're
Leia?
gonna get sued.
So Beagle comes into the office or into the conference room, sir, and right up to Yezikov. Sir, a message from Starfleet Intelligence.
Very good. Pitched in here, please.
Yes, sir. And the message comes through. Starfleet Intelligence is text only, brief message. On the screen, it shows you that they are able to reimburse the bullion freighter for its time and risk. It's definitely a more subtle way of approaching the station without arousing suspicions of the threat that might be aboard. So kudos on your plan. And they are also wish to tell you, Yezikov, that Lieutenant Devrona Nur is an SI analyst on the listening post.
Okay.
She's serving as the listening station's sensor specialist.
She will be our contact as well.
Yeah, but no one else knows that she's SI. SI is Starfleet Intelligence, sorry.
Right. I guess, except for everybody in this room.
That's for you. That was for your eyes only. So you can choose
okay.
whether or not you want to pass it on, but that'll be your contact.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say it looks like our contact will be Devrona Nur.
Nerd, got it.
No.
How will we contact this nerd?
She is posted on the listening station. We will contact her when we get there. Nur.
Will this nerd be recognizable?
Why don't you leave talking to me?
just for like a quick second, the camera kind of like does one of those spatial swipes, and it shows Nur, and she's got the glasses with the tape. But it's like legit, like they actually did break in, like it just shows her fixing something underneath her station, and something drops on her glasses. God damn it! And then it's cut scene, and it shows her with the tape. That'll work for now. And then it snaps back to you guys.
Khan's trying to hold his laughs at this point.
Glad to see you participating in human humor. I guess I'm the only human here, though. Fuck, never mind.
Yeah.
No, this is alien.
Nice touch. Okay. All right. So we're gonna cutscene. You guys take off in your shuttle. It does one of those cool cutscenes where it shows the shuttle going through warp. You're probably having this nerd conversation on the shuttle.
Yeah.
And then you arrive at the Boolean station. Does one of those cutscenes where it shows the shuttle kind of like doing a station keeping with the station. You guys beam on, or with the freighter. You guys beam on, and then the shuttle stays there so that it can meet the ship on the way back. That way, there's no Federation, there's no Starfleet tie. Then the shuttle can stay there, right? So the freighter keeps going. The captain, all of them, it's a full Boolean crew. They love to talk, and I'm imagining that Sofek would be probably like one-word answers. But I don't want to. Is that? Would you chit chat with the Booleans?
No.
I enjoy that Booleans are conversationalists in Star Trek. So,
Oh, God, can we have the captain be related to the barber?
Mott the barber on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So so all the captain does is tell stories that Mott has told him, and it's all like third party. So he's talking about the time when they had an alien that was attached to the actual ship, and it was draining the warp power from the ship, but it was actually like attached to the nacelle, and it was like sucking it straight out like a straw. And it has all the details just off, just enough that it's like sounds sensational. His name is Tom. Mott and Tom. They were twins. You all started this, so whatever.
So their mom would call Tomat.
Yes. Yeah. Mom thought it was one name. It was actually two, so she split it up. All right. Is there anything else you want and or need to do before arriving at the station?
Gurkhan is going to take a tour of engineering.
It's pretty slick. Is there anything you want to do besides juice up the engine so you can get out faster if you need to? So I'm going to say that you've increased the warp factor by 1 full set, so you could probably jump to warp 8 if you needed to. But that would be like pushing the limits on this ship.
I'm going to be looking at anything to do with the shield emitters, because if we do end up in a sticky situation, I want the engines, the shields, and the transporters running real clean. So I'm going to be doing like level 3 diagnostics and stuff on everything like of those 3 systems.
Sure. You're able to figure out that if all goes to hell, you will be able to make one of them work exactly as you need it to. The others will work for like a one shot and then be blown.
Fair. I'm not going to make the engines blow.
There's just not enough power to do all of it.
Dang.
Yeah. Fair.
Okay.
So let's get everybody on board the ship and make sure that the shields and engine blow up, right?
Right?
I can't fix that.
Okay.
Or you if you're in space.
Yeah.
I can fix a lot of medical issues. You in space, not fixable by me.
There you go.
Fair.
So you arrive at the station. The station is it's. I always imagined the listening posts to be like unnecessary antennas, or like the radio dishes.
And
The
the cringe
feature.
spam.
Huh?
So many antennas.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
feature.
like full
So many
feature. Like
antennas.
it's a full, like it's just a giant version, or like my favorite in Voyager when they did the Argus array, and it was just like let's make it bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just like this stupid So I just imagine these listening posts to just be like multiple radio dishes that are pointing towards the Romulan neutral zone.
That's not obvious as a listening
Exactly,
post.
yeah. And I always figured that's what it would be, right? Because they all know that these listening posts are there, and they're on both sides, right? So it's not a shock that anyone would have it. And everything seems to be operable. Lights are on. The automated docking request goes through. But you haven't made any like verbal contact yet. The captain kind of looks towards you, like it's your show.
I look towards Jessica. He's talking to you.
Yes, I get that. Yes, thank you.
So the captain doesn't expect you to talk. He's just waiting for you to like. Do you want him to make contact? Do you want him to let you make contact? What do you want me to do?
Yeah. No, please bring the shuttle in. We will try to board inconspicuously.
Okay. In that case, my computer freezes. All right. So Captain Gas, no, Captain Tom. That's right. I'm sorry, I forgot. Captain Tom to listening post.
Ground control.
Captain Tom. Now you understand why I did it.
Yeah.
Captain Tom to listening post 176. Come in, please. And you hear an automated. Captain Tom, voice recognition confirmed. Docking procedure authorized. Captain Tom looks at you guys and says, "That's what happens every time. Nothing seems weird so far. I don't know what's supposed to happen."
Well, as long as it's nothing unusual, we will bring in and find out what's happening once we board.
Okay. All right. Ship docks.
Sorry,
Oh,
Tim.
yeah.
Sofik, is there any way you can scan from out here? Use your computers.
Use your computer.
Yeah, I'll initiate kind of a low EM band scan. Try and like do a scan that's not noticeable, but also try and see if there's more than the 6 crew that's
Alright.
supposed to be there.
So Sofek, give me a roll with your sensors. The ship cannot assist, and for the first time since the Borg tried to give you those nanoprobes where you actually felt or presented emotions for a very short time, the sensors on this ship are laughable to anyone other than a Vulcan. But you actually have to like feel the urge to chuckle a little bit. That's how
Happy they are.
interesting they are. Like they're navigational sensors at best.
They will be quite a technological challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
Question for the 6 crew that were on the station. Do we know what species they were? Could I help him with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll give you an assist for that. Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Reason science.
For
this?
Sorry, Tim wasn't paying attention for a brief second there, and gotta switch back. Where's my? Oh my God! Did I close the character? Nope. Good. Hello, Beagle.
Searching for life. Oh, searching for life.
Did Beagle stow away?
Beagle is my. I always open Beagle
Reference
on the
sheet.
character sheets so that I can see the characters. Yeah. But now I have to. Everyone's gonna see the characters for a second. Sorry, everyone. There we go. All right, let's go back to Beagle. Beagle's not loading. Awesome. Yes, go with reason and science. Oh,
Alright,
there we go.
I'm
No,
gonna-
presence and science, please.
Oh, okay. In that
Yeah.
case, I'm definitely going to use one of my determinations for being sneaky.
Okay.
For an auto crit, and then.
Ooh, wow.
Uh,
Did you just get
alright,
5?
yes, I did.
I was assisting.
Damn it. Oh, come
There you go.
on.
Take another one.
You got 6, Tim.
Wow. Okay, well, it was a difficulty 4 that I was setting because it was not great sensors. So you are detecting all 6, and there is interference. So you are able to detect 6 life forms. You are not able to detect what species they are.
First question.
Yeah.
Where's the interference stemming from?
Interference.
Is it natural or is it, deliberately generated?
natural, but not for this area. Does that make sense? Like there's a lot of excess radiation in this area because you're close to.
So it's a natural. So it's not like an active jamming disruption. It's natural, but not something that would naturally be found here.
Correct. So if you had to guess, and you kind of do, it would be something generating a natural disruption. But it doesn't belong in this system.
So second question.
Yep.
Is there any kind of signs of hull stress or damage on the station, or does
No.
like the docking area seem forced or anything
Nope.
like that?
Everything looks good.
All right. That's all I can think of. And I don't feel like spending momentum right now.
Okay. So 2 momentum going to the pool. That puts your pool at 3, everybody. All right. Yezikov, it's your show. Ship is docked. You hear the latch docks. The captain looks at you and says, docking complete. We're going to unload, and then we'll go when you're ready to go. So be quick. It'll take us about 2 hours. Yeah.
Very good. All right, everyone, pick up box.
Everyone remembered where he parked.
Neela just looks at you like,
Okay, pick up a small box.
Nice. Okay. So you go to unload. Yes, is that the plan?
Yeah, we'll leave with the first round of like unloading stuff.
Oh, nice.
Being like real sneaky.
Yeah.
Put down the box and then I don't know. Like, are there suss out the situation? Are there people watching us? Like, is there security? Are there security cams?
Yeah. So there
look
are.
around.
Okay, great. So give me that's a presence and security for you.
Okay.
And everyone else, please give me a daring and security, as you are being all sneaky.
uh-oh.
Or you could do a presence and security because you're trying to act it out.
Yeah.
No, that makes
That'd be worse. I'm gonna just use one of our momentum.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the sneaky one?
Daring
Alright.
and security.
3 successes for
All right.
Sofek.
Nice.
2 for
You
Gurkhan.
guys are all.
Okay.
Don't.
Gurkhan, did I just see a 20 there as well?
Nope.
Okay.
It was a glitch.
Okay.
Yeah, because it popped up as 2 successes for him.
Neela got 1, but I used a determination, the being sneaky one,
You used
so I got
determination, so
3.
3.
Yeah,
Okay. And
I knew I wasn't gonna do well.
and Yezikov?
I got 1 success.
1 success. Okay. Yezikov, you are able to see some cameras. They are on. As far as security, that's all you can detect. There are a few places within this cargo hold that you could easily kind of like duck out and be in a blind spot. It's not like they get lots of freight here, so this isn't like a deep space station where there's always cargo and there'd have to be security systems in place. Like it's a listening post. It's not anything intense, right? So you don't have to stress it too much. You could probably get in and out without a problem. Sofek, the doctor, Neela, is that her name?
Yes.
Yep. And Gurkhan, you're all successfully just blending right in with the crew. You've been practicing carrying boxes all afternoon. In fact, you all did so well, you all get to put momentum back in because I put the difficulty just to base 2.
Gurkhan's gonna do his slacking and talking thing while scoping out any computer panels he could maybe get to without arousing too much suspicion.
Yeah,
We
so,
haven't seen any of the 6 people on this yet.
No, you
We're
haven't
just in
seen
the
any of the
bag.
6.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm also going to hand my tricorder to Sofek
Mm-hmm.
and see if we can get like maybe if we have 2 tricorders going, maybe we could not hand it, like poke at my tricorder and maybe we can triangulate, like tell them basically we're gonna try to triangulate where everyone is maybe by spreading out and scanning.
Okay. So why don't you give me a check on that? and don't Yezikov, what are you doing? Letting the captain just keep unloading? Are you guys like kind of tucking up against the wall by the door type thing?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure that Gurkhan is in a blind spot where he whipped out his Federation's tricorder.
Good call. Yes.
Or just doing the whole thing where it's like by our hip, and you know, even though it's a tricorder with blinky lights and noise, no one notices because it's by our hip, so it's covert.
I mean, plot.
I'll give him one to like point at the tricorder, point at the cameras.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna. Is the door unlocked?
The door is unlocked. Yeah. Okay. And as you go to open, and as Gurkhan does this thing with Sofek, that is where we're going to take our break. So we'll be back in 10 minutes with the rest of the infiltration of silent listeners. See you soon, everybody. Hello and welcome back to Star Trek Lost Voyages. I am the GM Tim, and with me is our fantastic crew. We've got Sofek, played by Stefan. We've got Gurkhan, played by Gopal. Gurkhan, played by Gurkhan. I did it again. We've got Yazikov, played by Leah, and we've got Neela, the Doctor, played by Sam. And they have just infiltrated. Do you want to try a supplemental log, Yazikov? It would be your first one on the fly. Do you feel confident to do a supplemental log and a quick couple sentence recap of what you've done so far?
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
All right, go for it.
Okay. First officer's log supplemental. We have successfully infiltrated listening station insert number
176.
here. We used a Borean ship to infiltrate and was able to pull that off successfully.
Mm-hmm.
We currently are searching the listening post for our Starfleet Intelligence contact, Devona Nur. I'm looking forward to perhaps meeting my old accomplice, Lieutenant Commander Stevens, who had worked on the Defiance cloaking device.
Perfect. Yeah.
Time will tell if we will be successful.
Nice. Oh, nice addition. GM approved. All right. Side swipe down into the cargo hold. Side swipe into the cargo hold. And Gurkhan, you were doing a check just before we faded to the commercial break. And can you remind me what it was, please?
Yeah, I was going to scan for the life forms on the vessel, on the station, and see where they are in relation to us.
Great. And how did you do for that check?
I haven't rolled yet.
Do it, please.
Reason science?
Reason science.
Okay. Yeah. Two successes.
Right. Nice. All right, so you're able to detect that they are all in the command area. There's a command area, there's a living area, and the living area kind of rings around the command area. And there's very little else. Like, it's kind of like command area in the center, and then the ring around it is the living quarters, and like a small mess and a small like galley, or it'd be like the like their version of 10 forward, which is just like a room, right? Like, it's nothing special. And then dotted around that is tech spaces and cargo rooms.
Do they have any sort of med bay?
Med bay the same way that the Defiant has a med bay. Like, it's
So it's like a one room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's got one table.
Not even. Yes. It's got like a table with like emergency medical stuff,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Like,
not even a bio bed. It's just a table.
yeah. In fact, this is the perfect space for an emergency medical hologram. And you know what? We'll say that it has one.
Oh, okay.
Or
No, it's good.
yeah,
That's fun.
yeah. We'll say that it has one. But like Mark 0.5, right? Like, this would be like the test bed. They were like, let's see how it works in long range situations. Yeah. So Gurkhan, you are so you know where they are now.
Mm-hmm. I relay this information to Sofek via communication through the tricorder. And then I'm going to say that my guy, Gurkhan, starts grabbing around his neck and shoulder and rotating it, like he might have pulled something. And you might need to go to med bay as an excuse to get away from this area of the ship.
Seeing this, Neil's just gonna go over and start like kind of feeling the shoulder. Oh, he's definitely torn something. You're not supposed to lift anything over 20 kilos. We've told you this.
I am an old man and I was ordered to lift. I do not know why. I am an engineer.
Well, we have to get him to the medical bay immediately.
Yes, absolutely. We need to. He needs to see a doctor. Let's go.
Okay.
So we'll start walking.
All right. So you start walking, and as you do, you can see like cameras kind of start to like as they kind of like start to swivel in on you, watching you walk down the halls.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
even
not
though it's Star
cradling
Trek,
my
I
arm.
imagine that these listening posts would have like 1970s, like the
The big
camera.
CTV
Oh yeah,
cameras.
like, they always are there, right? Like
I'm
They're
gonna
not
throw
even
one
in the
of
wall. They're
Gurkhan's-
hanging in a big box. That's just
attached to
back.
the wall.
James
throw it-
Bond camera.
one of Gurkhan's arms over my shoulder, and I just like whisper, "Okay, now hem it up a little bit, eh?"
I'm still next to her. I hear this. I'm like, oh, he doesn't have to, and I give him a poke in some place I know wasn't working quite right.
Oh,
He's gonna hit me under the armpit.
oh
I don't
yeah.
need to hit you. I can just poke you.
No, just like a little poke under the
Little
armpit to a
arm-
nerve
little
point, and I'm like,
arm
"Ah."
Okay, maybe
It
don't
gives,
debilitate our engineer.
I'm like, don't worry, it's not harmful. Just
So Feck will take that excuse to go under Gurkhan's other arm. So now he has two people supporting him.
And Gurkhan at that point is like, I would be the judge of what is too painful,
Yeah.
Doctor.
I hate you so much right now.
Like, you can see Gurkhan is holding back tears because
Oh yeah, yeah.
that was a revenge poke for something that Neela might have perceived he did, but he never actually did.
Remember how I took the medical scan before we left? I know all the pain.
Nice.
That's
Were
what you get
you
for
able
cheating at
to-
poker.
Were you able to find where all the people are on this station?
They're all in the command station, Commander.
And your tricorder starts to alert as you guys start to head to the sick bay. The sick bay. Something
The
is
sick
moving.
cupboard.
So the humanoids are coming out. There's two of them
All of
heading
them?
down towards
Two
you.
of them.
Yeah, they're gonna meet you because it's a ring, right? So you're going
Right.
kind of around. They're gonna meet up with you around the ring.
Probably
Okay.
going to ask why didn't we go to the ship on the med bay?
All right.
The what?
So
Federation medical's better.
as you kind of come around this end,
Wait, Dom.
you can see two humans approaching you. Excuse me. Can I help you? You're not supposed to be here. This is classified space,
I'm gonna
restricted space.
Yeah. I'm very sorry. My shipmate has hurt himself badly, and in order to continue to unload, he requires medical attention.
Gurkhan
Neither is these two are
punctuates that
near,
with.
hey?
He's
Or
torn
Stevens.
a muscle, and we need some reparation gear. Dermal regenerator. We've heard that the Federation has. We were hoping that you could do one. We need him to work. He's torn his lateralis. It's really bad.
One is Stevens. Give me a daring and con. You're just making stuff up, right?
Yeah.
But I'm doing
Do
it
all this
medically
stuff?
accurately.
True. So give me a daring and medicine.
Okay.
He is our strongest worker, and the time will quadruple if he is unable to unload boxes.
So one you can have an extra momentum to use for this roll for that groan for Sofek helping or for Gurkhan helping you.
I'll use the roll.
That's funny.
I'll use the momentum for three dice. boy.
Yezikov, one of these is Stevens.
And he doesn't recognize
Oh,
me?
sorry.
Nerd.
Nerd.
Nerd?
Nerd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to try something here.
Okay.
I'm going to pretend like I'm stumbling under Gurkhan's weight
Oh,
and
okay.
kind of push him into the other person.
It's slightly funny because you're a foot taller than
Yeah,
me.
I know. It's like, oh! And just kind of like, shove him into the other guy.
Okay.
Not
Just
near
whisper
the
to
other one.
Gurkhan first. Trust exercise.
All right. All right. So I would like, please, a for this one, I'll let you do a presence and security because you're trying to like, you know what I mean? You're trying to fake it.
Not like daring. Daring and security. Because I'm trying something weird.
Yeah, okay, daring and security, yeah.
That's what you get, kids. Always try to talk your DM into something.
Gurkon did roll, Neela did roll a 20 there. I saw that.
Two successes and a goof.
Two successes. So you do succeed in your bullshittery, but the one you're about to push them into, Yezikov, has that look of skepticism on their face.
I'm going to assume that Neela used the Starfleet term that one she shouldn't have.
Yeah, something to, like, it was too technical, like for
Like,
a
too
totally
Good for somebody who isn't.
for a
like, instead of
freighter ship. Yeah, it was too
Yeah.
good, right?
We
Instead of
have-
just saying, like, I need medical equipment, she's like, I need a Type 3 dermal
We have-
regenerator.
You got
We have
this
momentum,
specific
right?
4 momentum.
Das.
You gonna use one?
Success. Yeah. And I'm gonna re-roll that 1d20 because I have cautious.
Okay.
Security. So that is a success. So I have 3 successes.
Wow, it was right on the line too.
So like just the like kind of stumble, like oops, just enough to distract him,
Yeah.
or them, and I'm gonna like while they're distracted, flash my Starfleet badge to Nur. I assume we have badges. I don't know.
To Nur.
Your comm
Yeah.
badge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll as Beagle, just so you have a heads
Sure.
up, but ignore the Beagle name if it shows up.
Show the super secret Starfleet.
Oh, come on. Wow. GM is blowing some threat right now. 2 of them to re-roll.
Is that in our favor?
It
He's
just means I'm
re-rolling,
using
so
my
I doubt
threat.
it.
I'm using all my threat up is all I'm doing to make sure that I don't get those rolls. Do I have to give
Yeah,
them to
'cause-
you? No, I just use them,
No.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I use them if I challenge your values. Yeah. Okay. So it Nur kind of gives you one of those like ooh, like really brief like oh not even she's a pro so she's even like even Sofek is like stone cold. She gives you like a brief like eyebrow quirk, just a really brief one, and then like back to normal. I was like, here, let me help you. You okay? Oh, man, that looks rough. Hey, go back and let them know that we've got a medical issue. I'll be just a quick second. And the other one kind of like hesitates for a minute. It's like, I'll just communicate with them because we can do that. And then I'll just wait outside. How about that? Like, fine, whatever. Just give us some space, would you? And kind of like does that like sort of awkward push them out the door. And the door closes. So the 5 of you are now in the room together.
Okay.
You're Starfleet?
I am I am Commander Yezikov of USS Haida. These are my colleagues. Lieutenant Commander Sofik,
Chief Medical Officer
I can't
Neela.
remember what your titles are anymore. Sofik, Gurkon, and Neela.
And the other one.
Science, Chief Medical, Chief Engineer.
Yes.
Lieutenant Devrona Nur, sensor specialist on the station. Listen, I take it you got the message?
Yes.
You did?
Yes, we are here responding to the message of duress.
Oh God!
Is
Thank
this
God.
a safe space to talk? I gesture to the hallway.
No, you're inside the room. Remember, you're in the
Okay,
medical
so yeah.
bay, the medical room.
You call this a medical room?
Yeah, it's literally a room, and you see like one thing, and it's just kind of like beep, beep. Like
She
that's all
picks
it
up the
does.
diode and
Yeah.
throws it away.
It's the TOS medical bay where it's just like
Yeah,
a
those old
bed-
scientists.
a bed with the beepy thing over top of it.
I have better medical technology than this in my comm badge. Throws it away.
She says, "Look, I'm the one that sent the message, and quite frankly, we need to get off this station like yesterday."
What is happening?
Well, I'm pretty sure that there's one of them is a changeling.
Mile. And I turn to the doctor. Is there any way to tell?
The Dominion War hasn't really started yet, so all the evidence we have on changelings comes from Odo, doesn't it?
It does. So the Dominion War hasn't started yet. It's been that like so to give everyone kind of like a time frame, you're in that threat point when it's like but it hasn't come to the point where there's like full out war. The Klingons and the Federation are at war thing, but they haven't done the blood scans and all of that stuff hasn't started quite yet.
Yeah, I didn't want to throw that in there. Well, we can do a blood test.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. No.
No, a little bit too early for that.
Too soon. Not really. Short of them revealing themselves, we haven't put any effort into finding changelings. Sensors, as far as I know, medical sensors, as far as I know from the very little evidence we have, don't reveal anything different. When they change into a form, they present exactly as they are. So,
of course they do. I mean,
I'm going to do a short-range communication to the Borless captain.
Bullion.
If I can do that. Bullion, sorry.
Yeah.
Captain.
Communications.
Isakov here. Make sure to keep all of your...
Okay.
Sorry?
No, go ahead.
It's a private or coded communication.
Gotcha, okay.
Keep all of your stuff in like text if that's safer. Just keep all of your stuff under watch. Make sure that nobody leaves your site.
Okay, no problem.
We'll need some more time here.
Yeah.
What makes you think that there is a changeling on this station, and why would a changeling be here?
There's been too many weird things happening. Things are breaking when they shouldn't be breaking. We're seeing sensor ghosts when we shouldn't be seeing sensor ghosts. We're seeing cloaked ships when there shouldn't be cloaked ships. Stevens keeps talking about how there's like he's seeing ships out there, but there's nothing there.
He is expert on cloaking devices. Who Starfleet has in the past surgically disguised Starfleet officers as Romulans, and since we are on Romulan Federation border, could it be a Romulan?
I mean, I guess.
Is there a way to find out, Neil?
Neela?
I mean, we could do we'd have to do a scan of each of them individually, and we could check their DNA. If there is a Romulan, that would present itself. If it's an actual changeling.
Yeah, Milo. Is there a way to go about this discreetly?
Perhaps if we tapped into the station sensors, and Sofek might be able to soup them up a little bit with the help of Gurkhan, I could perform a genetic scan, localized, of the 6 crew.
We would have to disguise it so that the crew did not find out we were tampering with their systems.
Nor would you be able to get us access.
Yeah, I can get you access to that, but I mean, it's going to show that I gave you access. So if, like, they're going to know that I did it.
Could we modify the environmental systems to knock them out, or otherwise incapacitate them?
If they're Romulan or I don't have the gas on hand, but there are ways of stunning people. But if it is a changeling, I don't know how that would react.
No, but I like the idea. So you could adapt the environmental systems to like knock them out, seal them in and lower the oxygen. Say just make them pass out and then let them breathe again, type thing. Is that what you're thinking, Sofek?
Yeah, or some sort of
anesthetizing gas.
Anesthetic gas. Yeah.
So
to knock them out.
I would argue that on this station, the anesthetizing gas wouldn't work because it would, but you don't have it. Like a starship would have it to put into the system. This place wouldn't. It's too small. But you could like lower the oxygen level, like slowly get them to like, oh, it's I'm a little bit tired. Like slow them down.
Yeah.
That would require us tapping into the environmental systems and life support.
Yeah, that's doable.
with no
Okay.
tracking.
I mean, Gurkhan could probably do it. You might be able to stop the tracking, Yezikov.
All right.
Starfleet
Uh,
Intelligence. Nur could help.
The
Nur
do
offers
we
to
know-
help.
Nur,
Yeah.
Lieutenant Nur, are all the, as far as you know, are all the crewmen human, or
Yes.
is what species?
Everyone's
Do you
human.
think they are? Everyone's human. Okay, that makes it easier. Because yeah, we could just lower the oxygen level.
Okay.
I can tell you where to stop.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure about this.
The assumption is we stop before they turn blue.
That is a good
Well
assumption to
before.
make.
This plane is a little.
I mean, a doctor should be able to know what it would take to knock out a human with oxygen.
The doctor would
deprivation.
know. I'm not even going to make you roll for that one.
Yep.
That's like, yes, you know that one. Yeah.
I guess the only question is, do we still have crewman number 5 outside of the door after Nur hurried them out?
Mm-hmm.
Because then it would probably be easier, I'm going to guess, easier for us to just modify the environmental controls for the command section as opposed to command and the habitat ring. So we could get someone to ask him for help and then just pinchy take care of
Pinchy.
number 5.
Running.
Pinchy? Is that
Yeah.
a technical term?
So if you're in here too much longer, they're going to start to wonder what's going on because you've got one of the
Yes.
crew members and you got somebody outside. So I need a decision of what you're going to do. What's
Okay.
the plan?
I'm going to say we bring them in because they need help restraining me. And I'm going to get on the bed and start screaming.
Okay.
And you're trying to restrain me and say
Okay.
that you need help.
Okay. And
All
then
right.
what?
Yes. Sophia.
And then I'll
nerve
go up
pinch number
behind
5.
them and
Okay.
pinch him.
all right.
The nerve.
Yeah. So I'm going to be on the bed moving around, being like,
Okay. I'll
"Get your
pretend to be
hands off
holding
me,
you
you
down.
you honorless patach! I
Yeah.
should be dead in combat, not dying due to moving boxes."
So yeah, we'll ask like Nur to
So tell me how
grab
you
the
really
other
feel.
guy.
All right. So Nur kind of peeks out at the door. Johnson, get in here. Like, comes in. Oh my God! It's an angry Klingon.
You
And
honorless patach!
I'm just to the side of the door, so as he walks in, I just pinch him on
me a
the.
roll.
Fuck that sucker.
How do I do a
I believe
nerve
it's
pinch?
reason and science for melee
Uh,
for the nerve pinch for this one.
see.
Or
what was it? Oh,
medicine?
yeah.
No, Nerve Pinch has its own thing. It actually has a thing.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was instead of using security, you use science or medicine.
So let's see. Yeah, I can use science or medicine instead of security when attempting a nerve pinch attack. What's normal
Daring,
Attack.
security.
during?
In this case, daring.
or yeah,
No,
or-
in this case, daring because you're hiding behind. It would be fitness normally, I believe, but in this case, daring.
Yeah. and then you get
so-
bonuses for surprising them.
Oh, I'm gonna spend 1 momentum for 1.
So you guys have 2 momentum in your pool now? Oh, come on.
So it's only 2 successes because I don't have a focus
Oh, okay.
that would apply to this. But 2 successes is enough.
2 successes is enough.
And then for the roll,
Damage roll.
believe I already
Should be 5, right?
modified this.
He's got a bunch.
Yeah, I think this is pre-modified. Yes.
Intense, non-lethal. So 2, 4, 5 points.
All right. So 5 points is enough to knock him out. And as he kind of knocks it, he's like, "Oh, what a Star Trek trope," and kind of passes out.
I go over and I'll pull. Nobody else can see us now, right? I'll pull out my Starfleet medical tricorders. Like,
Yeah.
every time they nerve pinch him, and it's just one day he's just gonna kill him. It's not even know. It's just not.
I know what I am doing, Doctor.
Mm-hmm. Just make
Humans
sure
have
that
very
he's okay.
easily. Humans have very easily identifiable nerve clusters.
Speaking of which, if you If you just lower the oxygen level in the rest of the building below 6%, they should all pass out.
You'll have to do that from the engineering room. Remember I said there was clusters of rooms around the outside of the
Right.
living area? So one of them is power supply.
that-
You'd have to go
is
there
that
and
close?
do environmental and power supply and fiddle with that. So Gurkhan, that's probably on you.
While I'm at it, I'm going to take a genetic sample of this guy that's passed out and test it.
Medicine and reason and medicine.
Those are good ones.
Yep. And Yezikov and Sofek, what are you doing? And what do you want Nur doing?
I'm going to go with Gurkhan to the engineering room.
Okay. And Sofek and Nur.
I guess I'm going to. I'll stay and help assist the doctor.
Okay.
If she needs it, and I'll use my tricorder to keep like an active eye out to make sure none of the other 4 decide to leave the command module.
Yep, sounds good. And Nur, what does Nur do? What's Nur's orders? Nur kind of looks at you, Yezikov. You outrank her by like 2 full ranks, so.
I
We
think
both know that's not true. But,
I think except for Sofek, everybody here outranks her.
Gurkhan and I will go to engineering bay. I need you to provide cover in case they discover us.
All right. So she kind of like walks around to the side of the room, slams against a panel, and the fake panel drops open, and she just grabs a Type 2 phaser. She's like, I'm set.
Starfleet Intelligence. Yay!
I meant with words.
What's that?
I meant with words.
Oh.
Like,
And she puts it back and closes the panel back up again.
I mean, stun would be a very quicker option than words in some cases.
It is an effective form of negotiation.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
Gurkhan literally sits and he pauses and he goes, "Is this too much work, Commander? Shouldn't we just assault the command station and stun everyone?"
Let's go.
Okay.
Yo, Maya.
All right.
Just make sure that we are not discovered. Yes.
Like, we must be quick with
I can
this,
do that.
Commander.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
So,
All right, so you guys head into the engineering room. It's a tight squeeze, and as you go in, the door closes, and you hear a panel and something fiddling with a panel on the outside.
We hear somebody fiddling with a panel.
You do, yeah.
wait, did Neela come with us?
No, she waited outside in the hallway like you told her to.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna, I don't know, sneak up on whatever is.
Well, you're
fiddling with
inside the
panel.
room, right?
Oh,
Yeah. So
out.
we're locked in, most likely.
the engineering room. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Tim. I don't understand.
We got into
I'm sorry.
engineering, and the second we make it in, we hear something outside the door.
Yes. The door
Okay.
closes, and you hear something being fiddled with on the outside panel of the door.
Okay. So I
Neela's
go back
outside. The door
Oh.
doesn't open when you try and go outside.
Up. Great. Let's. Gurkhan, it was her.
Yes, I figured as much. I'm going to, while I'm in engineering, I'm going to start setting up force fields.
Okay,
let's see
so
that.
are you setting up force fields, or are you doing the knockout gas? Which one are you doing?
I'm assuming Neela is now the one that's going to knock
Hey,
this, going to kill
Wait a
us all.
minute.
No, not whoever nerd.
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 I didn't turn traitor all of a sudden.
I'm just.
Hey, we all saw what happened with Rix.
Okay. So really quick, what's the plan?
I'm going to start setting up force fields around the outside door of engineering.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to open up my communicator and be like, Sofek, careful. Nerd was the traitor all along.
Okay. Yezikov, what are you doing?
I was gonna text them, but
Okay.
done. So I'm gonna try to pry open the door with my shotgun arms.
I mean, so there is an inside panel. You could try and do the emergency
Okay,
override.
fine.
I mean, if
Yeah,
you
I'll
want to
do
do
that.
shotgun arm pry open, you're welcome to do that too. Yeah.
I'm gonna
You were
try
like,
that first because that's
"Grrr!"
honestly that'd be my instinct.
Damn.
Okay. So you're gonna try and full on just like
Yeah.
pry the doors open. I love it.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna,
give me a fitness and security, because that's totally what this would be. Gurkhan, you're doing the gas, or are you doing the force fields?
I'm doing the force fields.
Okay. So I need a daring and engineering from you because you hadn't planned on ever doing this in this station, and there aren't a lot of strong force fields in here. Like it's not like this is it's not a star.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, and Neela, what are you up to?
I was scanning the unconscious guy for his genetic code.
Great. Give me a presence and a reason and medicine, and Sofek, what are you up to?
Did I get the communication?
You did.
Nerd? I'm going to go over to the wall panel that she popped open. Is there another phaser in there?
There's still a phaser in there because you put it back. Although you see a second one because she didn't actually put it back. She put it back. Yes, there's another one in there.
I will grab that and set it to heavy stun.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going to use a momentum on my roll, if that's all right.
Yes, it is. Give me 1 second. So, no, it's okay. So, I'll come back to you. So, Yizikov, did you actually get like a focus? What's your focus you're going to use for this one?
Survival.
Survival, just straight up like I will not
like
die here.
Adrenaline's kicking in. Like I'm not getting trapped in here.
Yeah. So you're like 6'7" too, something silly like that, right? Like So you're actually like just about at the height of the door. So you're just like walk up to this and you're like, no fucking way! Like from the outside, you're just like the blood vessel is just like throbbing in your forehead, right? And you're like, fuck you, Worf, right? Like you're just crack it open, right?
Of course she knows Worf.
Yeah. Oh, she's got to know Worf, right? Yazikov totally knows Worf.
Yeah.
They play Parisi squares.
Are you full on like, well, like that bitch has nothing on me? All right.
Angry.
So intense.
I am not a merry man.
You crack
I
it
already
open.
got tossed across the Enterprise a few times.
Nice. You crack it open just as you kind of like see. You can see like a foot kind of like go around the corner because like a round ring, right? So you get it open just in time to see Nur running away.
Okay.
Go, Gurkhan. I know you're chasing, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Gurkhan.
Gurkhan. Do your thing.
So I'm gonna. Commander, keep your comms open so I can track you, and I'm going to put force fields behind her as she's running forwards.
Not quite. What you're able to do is you're able to force field the entrances to the secure rooms. So you can put a force field up in front of command, and you can put a force field up in front of engineering, and you can put a force field up in front of looks like one other room.
I'm gonna go with the cargo bay.
You can only do one.
I'm gonna go cover the cargo bay.
Okay, so you're gonna put a force field up in the cargo bay,
so they can't get off.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to put that one up, and then I am going to start tracking anybody who's running in the ring as best as I can.
Nice. Yes, that is totally done. Okay, so you're able to see the command crew are starting to like fan out. So somebody was doing a scan of life forms. That was you. Sofek, right? No.
Yeah, as they had gone off to engineering to do the initial environmental control modifications, I was scanning to make sure that the other 4 crew were staying in the command sector.
So as soon as the force field goes up, and as soon as the door is like security overridden, you can see the command crew kind of like split and break off. One of them is running to engineering. One of them is running to the cargo bay. And 2 of them kind of like go into action and you can you get the bullion captain goes to Yezikov. The shields just went up around us. We're not going anywhere.
Oh, sorry. I was like, yeah.
I thought that was just stunned silence as he's sprinting.
So did I. I was like...
It's just you just do me panting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Yes.
So yes. Stand by.
Doctor.
There are hostiles. Be
Romulan.
Careful. Of course.
And
I just look up at Sofek and go, Romulan.
And you notice that it's like there's a sensor, because you rolled really good. There's a sensor that's actually like blocking your scans. Is what's happening.
Oh.
So it wasn't until you got like right up close, and it looks like it's just like a false readings emitter.
Cool. I'm gonna open up my medical kit and cut that thing out. I want it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I'm gonna do some
Ooh,
field
this is
surgery.
neat. It's mine now.
Give me a
I'm gonna
daring.
give this to Sofek.
Give me a daring and medicine.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use a momentum.
Okay.
A
So
caution
you guys-
medicine.
You guys are down to 1 momentum. Just so, oh no, no, 1 second.
2?
2, 3, and then so 2, 3, 4. You're back down to 3. Back to 3.
Okay, so we're at 3. Rolling 3 dice. I have caution medicine, so I can re-roll one of those, and I have field medicine, so I don't take any penalties for that. There was another one. What was my other one? All right. Where'd it go? Medical. It's not first aid. We're not in combat. Cool. So 3. I'm gonna use 3 dice.
Okay.
And I have xenobiology, so I know what I know what a Romulan's like.
Yeah.
So 2.
Okay. You're able to get it out, but it looks like it deactivated as you took it out.
Ah, dang it. Hey, Sofek. Hey, Sofek, it turned off, but do you think this might be useful? It's blocking their reading.
So Sofek, she holds up like this like it looks like a pill, and it's just like she's blood, like there's green blood all over her hands and all over the thing. And you have no idea what you're looking at right now. It's like a tracking beacon, maybe like.
I am sure
Also,
that might be useful at a later date, Doctor. However, I do not think it is pertinent to our current situation.
I'll put it in a vial and stick it in my bag.
All right, Yezikov. If you don't write that down, Sam, you're not going to have it next game. Yezikov, you're running around the edge. You kind of like brush against the entrance to the cargo bay, and your arm kind of does that like cool tingle effect on the force field. So the force field is holding, and you can see Nur just dart into the command area.
Okay. I've learned, so I'm going to run up to the doorway.
Yeah.
Beside the doorway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do the like kind of like
And
the.
they're like,
Are you gonna? You're doing the like the.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit more subtle.
Yeah,
faster.
I know, but I have the auto image in the background, so if I do it subtle, it won't catch it. It'll be like he's part of the background. All right, so you duck around the side and you kind of peek in, and as you do, you see Nur talking with one other at a station. You see another one. Kind of like grabbing a rifle, type 3, and covering the door. And there's another, like a third, covering the door as well. And it looks like they're, and one of them, the one in the red, like the Starfleet red. Come on out, Romulan. We know you're here.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Don't make us come out there after you.
I started looking around for any like false panels.
Can I calm Zizikov at this point?
Sure, if you want.
Neela to Yezikov, the stunned man at my feet is a Romulan.
God, I'm very surprised.
This is
I'm
my
a
surprise
little dizzy
face.
right now.
Yeah,
Your sarcasm is noted.
either all of them are Romulans or only a select few. They are in the command center right now with 2 Type 3 phasers pointed at me. So I need to be armed soon or need to retreat. Where is Gurkhan?
You would have at least your type 2 phaser on you.
Really?
Or type,
Yeah, oh yeah,
type
there's-
1.
There's type 1, sorry, the cricket ones. You guys wouldn't have
Yeah.
snuck in here without those.
No,
I
Like,
have my
absolutely not,
boot
yeah.
back
we would have
left,
had
but-
something.
You have the little cricket guys, like the little like
The
in
garage
your
door
hand,
openers.
The garage
Yeah.
door openers,
Yeah,
like yeah,
okay.
Worst comes to worst, you have a boot knife.
yeah, absolutely, you would have those. They've only got 6 settings. It's basically stun, heavy stun, light kill, medium kill, and friggin' kill. Like it's.
You mean explode?
Yeah.
What is medium kill? You know,
Melt
it's
Who
fine.
knows? Yeah.
Medium rare, rare.
okay.
Yeah.
What do you want? Shoe leather.
Durkan's on open comms with you though, Leah.
Yeah.
He's currently
I
tracking.
would assume you guys all have set up comms between the group of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
We know
I
you're
mean,
there.
Yeah.
Don't make us come out after you.
I think you can try. I just wrenched open a door with my two hands. My name is Commander Vari Yezikov. I am Starfleet.
Nur, you said they were Romulans. And you hear Nur saying, they're obviously infiltrating. I mean, come on. Why did they just show up now? Why didn't they say, we're Starfleet? Why didn't they come in a Starfleet ship? No, they came on a Bolian freighter. Come on.
Your colleague is misinformed. As were we when we came here.
All
We
right.
were under the impression that she was Starfleet Intelligence.
So
It has turned out that she is Romulan.
as you say that, the deck the deck shimmies. All of you notice it, and the klaxon starts blaring, and you hear inside, and at the same time you hear the chirp on your communicator of the Bolian captain, Captain Tom to Yezikov, and as Captain Tom says that, both Captain Tom and inside the room you hear, there's a Romulan warbird just decloaking off the port. To the left! To the damn left of the listening post!
What's port ventral? No, the other ventral.
And we're talking like, and outside it shows this the decloak, and it's one of those old Type 1 like TOS style decloaking
It actually has the bird. Like,
yeah, it's got the bird
underneath.
painted underneath. Yeah, in like dark green on the like the perfect kind of like with like yellow lining. Yeah.
Alright. There is now Romulan warbird outside. It is not mine. It is convenient that Nerd decides that we are Romulans and then Romulan warbird shows up. Not.
All right.
Can we all just bring our phasers down? I
So-
have with me medical officer trained in finding Romulan disguises, and we will just test everyone, including myself. Is that amicable?
Give me insight. Reason. Give me a reason and command for this one.
If Zanny isn't going to be coming to these things, I really need to up these scores. Do we have any more?
Zanny would have
You've
had
got-
everybody sitting on the floor cross-legged and be like, now for the circle of trust.
You've got you got 3 momentum.
Okay,
wanna use
actually,
both?
I'm going to use one of my determination.
Okay, what
for an
determination?
instant critical. Nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh.
Not today.
Nuh-uh, not today.
Nuh-uh, not today. So that's an instant critical, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna buy another dice, which I needed for reasons.
You do get a.
But-
Oh, no, it's command.
You bought
don't
a
have
dice?
Sparkers.
I bought a dice.
Okay,
but
so you're
none
down
of
to
it's-
2 momentum,
Yes,
and you got a
I got 3 successes.
3
and
successes with it.
a-
Yeah. Okay. All
There.
right. So they lower their shield, they lower their weapons, but they don't like lower. Like it's just kind of like the I don't have it.
At waist level?
They kind of like lower, and they kind of just put them down towards waist level. They haven't put them down. They just kind of like lower them from pointing straight at you with aim, right? So
Okay.
they're not like on the ready, but they've kind of like lowered them so that they're not ready, I think is a better way to put it. They're not aiming for you, but they're not ready. Yeah.
So I'll step into the doorway then with my like hands up.
Okay, and you see them
Not
kind of like a
holding my
couple of them
phaser.
twitch, and you got your hand like your phaser kind of like in the holding with your like that's supposed to be like what's up.
My security, or sorry, I am very years ago. 95 Victor 2. You can look me
The
up.
computer
in
goes.
database.
The computer goes. Access code denied.
This again. 95 Victor 2.
Access code approved. Confirmed. All right. So the commander kind of like, okay, fine. Romulan, I can handle this. And kind of points to Ner. What's going on?
Well, Nerd just locked me in the engineering bay, so.
Doctor and Sofek, I'm assuming you're and Gurkhan, I'm assuming you're all reaching the command center at this point.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've tracked the people where I wanted them.
Yeah.
I know one of the people on the command ran out and was running around. Where did they go?
They were running for the cargo bay, which Gurkhan has like shielded at the moment.
Okay.
Well, I was tracking, so where's that person now?
They're outside the cargo bay trying to get through the shields.
All right, I'm going to the cargo bay.
Okay. Sofek?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go there as well because I was tracking them on my tricorder.
Okay.
And I'm like, they're going to the cargo bay. They're trying to leave.
And Doctor?
Please restrain.
I'm assuming Varia has been shot at this point. I'm gonna go help her.
Okay. All right. So
It's the
Yezikov,
most likely scenario.
Yezikov and the Doctor, you two are both in the command center. Then I'm going to put you kind of like there, and I'm just going to, if you don't mind, narrate the last. We're running short on time, so I don't want to run out of time. So you guys are having the conversation. You're all trying to like bring everything de-escalate, right? Yes, that's what's happening.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So as you're trying to de-escalate, everyone's kind of like trying to like there's no more yelling. Nur is really on edge and trying to edge closer to the command consoles. But I figure Yezikov is kind of doing the edge along with her, right? Like you're not letting her get any closer to it.
I would like to take a surreptitious scan of Nur.
Okay. Give me a scan. So it's going to be the same way, and because you're in the middle of kind of like a tense scenario, I am upping the difficulty.
Yep.
So rather than being a normal 2, I'm telling you right now, which rarely happens, it is a 3.
Cool.
In Star Trek Adventures, it's fully advised. Like you can totally play it as in you tell the players what the difficulty is, let them choose. We've all decided in this group that we're not going to know the difficulty, and the characters have to kind of like assume that they are going to either succeed or fail and spend momentum based on it. And we found that it works better for what we're doing with the stream. So
Before you said that, I was going to use my last determination anyways for the sneaky we get.
Great.
And throw an extra die at it for momentum. So.
Okay.
Also, Yezikov knows
come on.
Stevens, right?
Oh yeah.
So Stevens is in here.
Yeah,
Stevens,
non-Romulan, right?
Stevens.
Just reminding people as that might help de-escalate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. So you see Stevens at the shields position. Okay. Yeah. This is Yezikov. We know each other. What are you doing here?
Really getting
Jeez,
shot
I
at.
just saw Sam's roll.
Yeah, you just saw Sam's roll. So did,
7. I got 7.
yeah, I know you got 7.
We were sent signal of duress by Nur. So clearly she wanted to draw Starfleet here for some reason.
Nair gets a super big smile on her face and cutscene over to Sofek and Gurkhan with one of them like fiddling with the security console on the side wall, the manual entry
At the cargo bay?
Yeah. And they get the force field. It kind of like it looks like they could like maybe short it out pretty quick there. Each of you has one quick action if you want to do it right now. What is it?
I'm going to
sprint and tackle him.
Okay, and Sofek?
How many are there? Just one or two?
Just one that you see.
I guess I'll follow in. I was going to shoot him with the phaser I had.
So I would say it's both happening at the same time. So shoot. and
Yeah.
as Gurkhan is tackling, to be perfectly
Poor
honest
guy.
with you. Yep. Okay, so you shoot. Make a roll. Gurkhan, you make a tackle. Make a roll.
Yep.
So
Daring
Gurkhan's
and
tackle, yours
security?
is daring and security, and no, fitness and security for a tackle, isn't it?
Yep.
Either or, because
Yeah,
it's melee,
fitness.
right?
Fitness in this one, and then
Fitness is phaser.
is fitness phaser? I thought daring.
Fitness
was
and security. Fitness and
Security. Yeah, they're both.
Daring's combat. Melee combat.
Okay, pardon me. I thought I had it backwards in my head. So go for it, and then Sofek, fitness and security.
I'm going to.
You currently have 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a determination. I'm gonna use
You
the
got
violence
6
of action.
momentum. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I'm going to use 1 momentum, and because I want to
5
make sure
momentum. Okay, so now 4.
Yeah, and I'll use 1 for mine too, and I'll also use determination. I'm gonna use to make sure I don't hit Gurkhan as he charges in like the illogical Klingon that he is.
Well, we both
Yeah.
came from opposite directions.
And Gurkhan, what are you doing? What's your? You didn't keep it. See, you didn't keep your. You didn't keep.
I didn't
your
keep it, but I'm
determination.
using my violence of action as peace of mind for my determination.
Oh my god. Okay.
And I'm going to burn a momentum to make an additional roll on this.
So I got 4 successes total.
Okay.
I got 4 as well.
All right. So you're able to tackle Sofek, and as you do, you hold him down just as Gurkhan shoots him. It's like the perfect.
The other way
combo.
around.
Other way around. I'm the aggressive flying
Let
through
me
the
try
air
that
one.
again. Gurkhan,
Gurkhan
you
throws
grab
it
him
up
and
and he
tackle
shoots him
just
in
as
the
he
air.
rewinds, and it tries it again. Gurkhan, you tackle him just as Sofek shoots him, and it shorts out, and you're able to detect on your tricorder. It pops up another Romulan on the station, Neela, and then Yezikov. What's all
I just want to see what the phaser was gonna do to him. He did that.
It
He's
nuked
stunned.
him.
He's totally stunned.
You shot him
Neela-
out of Gurkhan into the force field.
sorry, Yezikov. Nur smiles at you, and like that, kind of like that, sort of like uncomfortable feeling smile, and just kind of slams her hand down on the console. And as she does, the shields to the station drop, and you see multiple transporter beams sort of flash across the bridge, and Gurkhan and Sofek. Gurkhan, either let go or be beamed up. What are you gonna do?
I never had him. I tackled him. He got stunned, and I drove out of the way because I saw a phaser coming at me.
Okay, fair enough.
I figured you just popped him up and then Sophic shot him out of the air.
Basically, I did a shoulder.
Oh!
I did a shoulder. It was like one of those shoulder to the knees and then lift and then continue my run.
All right, and the person that was working on the sensors with the person working on the cloaking images with Stevens is also beamed up, but Stevens stays.
Oh.
And the ship cloaks outside the listening post, and all is silent again, with the commander of the station kind of looking at you, going, "What the fuck?" And right there is where we'll fade as the episode ends. So we'll do that like last scene just before the credits, after the commercials type thing. It's always at like 5 minutes. And it'll show the group of you kind of like heading back to the Bullions, or back to the Bullion ship, and the Bullion ship kind of warping out, meeting up with the Haida. So what's happened is the Romulans did manage to get their people out. They're able to get the information. They got the person who they didn't get the person who actually installed. But they know that the Federation was starting to like hone in on what was going on. There was no changeling. There was just Romulans being Romulans.
Been a
was a
bunch
Romulan
of jerks.
Yezikov, what you're able to tell, though, is that they worked way too well, and you're fairly certain this is Tal Shiar, not just straight-up Romulans. And the Tal Shiar doesn't normally need this information, so something else is going on here.
Yeah. I'm
Demons.
concerned that she was the Starfleet Intelligence contact, which means that she was in Starfleet Intelligence, which means the Tal Shiar is in Starfleet Intelligence.
There you go. I mean, not necessarily anymore, because she got out.
Yeah. Well, her cover's blown, but anyone else could be Tal Shiar.
Yeah. Okay.
We do have one of the devices, though. Which
You do have one of the devices.
And I wrote it down.
And you wrote it down. Nice. And I think this is the perfect kind of like end scene. Do you guys have anything to add to the end scene that you think you need to have? Any character moments? Anything that you need answered that wasn't resolved?
No, I mean, I'd obviously fill in the captain, and then
Yeah.
detailed report, send it to Starfleet.
Yeah, no, we're not sending it to Star. Zanny's just like, reads the report. We're going to send that to Admiral Shrev. We ain't sending that Starfleet command. No. Starfleet Intelligence may have been infiltrated by the Tal Shiar. Let's not tell people.
Shrev can deal with that.
This is a Shrev problem.
Anyone else?
No, I mean, like, Gurkhan's gonna help with the breaking down of that device.
Yeah.
Because he and also that person who was working on Romulan cloaking.
Yeah.
He's gonna work
Stevens.
with them because he's an expert on Klingon cloaking. So
Okay.
See if I can like trade notes over the next few months with the character or whatever.
Sure. Yeah, that works. Okay.
'Cause, yeah.
That's it. So you didn't manage to stop them, but that's okay. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some, sometimes you roll them, sometimes you don't.
I mean, those Romulans are gonna remember the fact that they got beat up pretty hard.
They did.
One guy's got at least gonna have like a loose arm for a week from that nerve pinch.
Yes, absolutely. So they know that you guys are definitely a threat. That much is for certain.
We needed another one.
They fell for our bluff perfectly.
All right, so with that, we will say good night for tonight. We'll be back in 2 weeks with our next episode of Star Trek Lost Voyages. You can catch us every Friday night on NorseFoundry.com, where we are Norse Foundry on Twitch, and we're playing Star Trek Online. You can join my book club, Appendix Lit, where we're doing like new books based on inspiration for DMs and Dungeon Masters. And you can follow me on that at the GMTM on all social media. Anyone else, if you want follows, anyone else have events? Anyone else have anything? Or just are we going to say goodnight, live long and prosper? All right. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
Peace.